Hey guys, Delt here. Continuing this week's solo bossing fun, I definitely think it's possible to fight Lich and Ghost King with Bard. Warlord, not so much. It's probably possible, but I'm not personally wanting to spend that much time in it. Anyway, this is just going to be a fun video. I have 2 Ghost King attempts. One was my very first time that I got him, and the next run was honestly my only other run against him. The second run was maybe winnable, but I screwed up. And then I'll have a Lich run. This was my best run against Lich so far. I've done like maybe 3, I think. And it definitely shows that it's possible, but I messed up because I need more practice. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy and that it's fun and informative for y'all. But honestly, the worst part about trying to learn these 2 bosses solo is the fact that you could always make it through crypts. You can get to Inferno and then it's Warlord. And I probably got Warlord at least half of the times I was down there. Lich and Ghost King were probably like an equal 25% after that. It was pretty annoying. I'm pretty sure I saw Warlord like 7 out of probably 14 times going down there. And I got it multiple times in a row, so I just tried it one time on Bard, and then I took too much damage from the knives, and I went to leave, and I died because of the bone prison, because the one door I had open was the one that he decided to cover. And then Delt was angry, so he came in with his cleric and thought he was gonna do something like, you know, holy purification and take down all of the assassins. But I didn't know what the animation looked like at first when he threw the daggers. I do now, thanks to this. You'll see why. Anyway, this is my first attempt at Ghost King, and I definitely didn't do as much DPS here, and I was trying to get the basics of the mechanics down, and I pretty much got everything. The only thing is that I was unsure if I jumped when he went up or started to come down, and I learned the hard way that you jump when he goes up. But as far as normal mechanics, if he's teleporting onto you, you just move, you get out of the way. He leaves a circle on the ground that increases the damage that he does to you and also slows you, so stay out of the circles. And he also throws little orbs at you. When he does that, you want to jump, and this makes it track to your head and then duck. And whenever he gets this blue shield on him and starts to just block at you, run away. If he gets too close to you, you will die. He'll literally just sit there until he eats you, so just run away. I took my heavy leather leggings off here because I didn't want to be too slow. Might not have to do that depending on your gear, but I did to be safe. I jumped too late that time, so I took damage for no reason. And red shield's good. Red shield means that you did, I think, 20% of his health. I could be wrong about that number, but every time you hit an X amount of his life, he screams. When he screams, you're going to take damage. Just get ready to heal it. And that was me jumping too late. So we're gonna do Ghost King again, and this one's gonna be a bit better, and I'm just gonna talk about the mechanics as they're happening rather than mumbling on. Jump, crouch. He's screaming. That means we did 20% of his health already, so get ready to heal. And now he's ready to chase, so run away. At this point, when he does his mini jump, we also jump. We ended up taking some unnecessary damage there since I was killing the death skulls, but that's not a huge worry. And it's time to run again. I jumped too early there and I tried to fix it, but I ended up taking damage anyway. So this isn't the best right now because I have 6 stacks of the debuff on me, so I'm going to try to let those wear off and heal. At first, I thought he double screamed here, but looking back at this and other clips of fighting Ghost King, I'm realizing that the more stacks of the debuff you have, the more damage he actually just does to you. That's why this almost killed me. And we have to run away again while we're trying to heal. So honestly, this is still just chalking up to inexperience, but I'm definitely living a lot longer and this is really good practice. So in the future, I'm going to know to not. So in the future, I'm probably going to put the circles around the room instead of just putting them like directly in the center. So I'm just going to try to fight him with my survival bow a little bit more. Once again, I messed up the jump. Again, it's not the biggest deal, but at the same time, this is definitely a dodgeable thing, and my inexperience is making me take more damage, which is never good. And once again, I jumped too late. Moving on to Lich, my entire idea for killing this is to ignore all of the mobs and instead just use the survival bow and hit Lich. If I do it this way, the archers could also hit him, which is just more free damage, and I'm able to drag his homing missile into the skeletons instead of having to run into the wall every time. Lich mechanics are a whole lot easier. If you keep a decent amount of distance and you literally just use your survival bow, you'll basically dodge anything. If you get too close, you might have to duck a little bit too. While I was talking there, he set out one of his homing missiles and I dragged it into a skeleton. I'll point it out the next time it's used to. The only other thing is that there are 2 circles that you could get, and these happen whenever you hit a certain HP threshold on the boss. Purple is awful. Remember that we're talking about purple circles. This is the homing missile that's chasing after me right now. I either need to drag it into a different skeleton or into the wall. With purple, you're supposed to group up and then it should be fine, but we're doing this solo, so it's going to do like 95 to 99% of our health, something like that every time. So we need to make sure that we're fully healed at all times. And blue is not a big deal at all because you're supposed to take that solo and it won't do that much to you. So hope for blues. If you get purples, that sucks. This is why I like to keep the skeletons up though, because I can just drag those into them. They take damage, sometimes they die, and it's kind of cool to have. The first circle that we got is purple, which sucks. because now we're just gonna need to run and heal for a little bit. We're re-healed, rebuffed, and ready to keep doing damage. I actually messed this missile up and it was really bad. I had to quickly recover. And it was this moment here when I got hit by the skeleton archer that I messed up, because instead of continuing to shoot, I should have kept healing. Honestly, even if I started bandaging here, I might have been fine, but I got a purple circle on me and I wasn't full health, so I just died. Alright, and that's basically just going to be it for the video today. I hope that it was helpful, and I hope that you were able to learn something about those two bosses. I know I'm not the best player, and I know that I still need a decent amount of practice on them, but at the very least, I'm starting to get the mechanics down, and I'm hopefully going to be able to kill one or both of them on Bard by the end of this week before the next wipe comes out, because then we're all back into Goblin Caves, and then I'm probably just going to need to learn how to kill Cyclops. Troll's pretty easy. Cyclops, I just haven't done enough. But now that my rambling's done with, if y'all found this useful or helpful to you in any way, please just give me a comment, a like, or subscribe to the channel. If you have different ways that you think that I could try the bosses to make them even easier, also leave those down below. I would greatly appreciate that, because I honestly haven't fought these much at all. I practiced Ghost King a long time ago and soloed him on Rogue, but other than that, I've never really done any of them. Also, if you're wanting to join a community of people to learn bosses with, or just play Dark and Darker, do some PvP, rat some stuff, I'm gonna have my community Discord link in the description below. Feel free to click that, come by and say hello. And as always, I hope that each and every one of you have a very great day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.